Hi, I'm Busy Lizzie, your friendly neighborhood vegan makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you my go-to no makeup look for when you don't have a ton of time but you want to look extra cute and boost your confidence a little bit. I started by moisturizing my face. If you want a skincare tutorial video, leave a comment. I am going to put some Physicians Formula Creamy Natural Airbrushing Pressed Powder on my face. I like to use this instead of concealer, especially when I'm doing a no makeup look, because it looks so natural. It just kind of smooths everything out, and it can definitely cover some blemishes too. But I also really like using this instead of a thick concealer or foundation, because this honestly keeps my skin way more clear than caking it up with a bunch of extra stuff that I don't need. So I just like to cover my face with this. I'll use a little kabuki brush for this. It really goes on nice and evenly. Just go right over my eyelids as well, right underneath my eyes. You can use an extra layer if you want, if you have some blemishes. This really does help to cover some things up. Go right down onto my neck as well. Now that I'm done with this, I'm going to go in with some NYX Buttermelt Blush. I just used this for the first time recently. It smells so good. Oh my god. I am using the color Deep Rosewood. I have been a pink blush girly for quite some time, and I have just entered the world of red blush, and I'm so excited about it. I'm kind of just coating my blush brush here with a decent amount, and then I'm going to kind of get the excess off on a piece of paper towel because the stuff is very pigmented, and I don't want a ton. I just want enough to create a little natural blush look. I've learned that red blush actually looks a lot more natural than pink blush does. So it's perfect for the no makeup. I like to put on a little bit more than I think I'm gonna need, right on the apples of my cheeks, and then I bring it up a little bit. It's definitely better to put too much than not enough. So now I'm going to use my kabuki brush that I used for my pressed powder, and I'm going to kind of diffuse out the edges first so it doesn't look harsh. Just start with the edges, and I'm going to go over it just a little bit, make it look even more natural. If you haven't used red blush yet, try it. Let me know what you think. This one just smells so good. I'm obsessed. And if you definitely feel like you put way too much on, you can just go in with a little bit of that pressed powder and go right on top of the blush to diffuse it even more. But I'm very happy with this right now. So I'm going to do my brows next. I like to use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This thing is awesome. I used to use Lady Gaga's brow pencil, which was very similar, but this is like 5 times cheaper. And I go through it kind of quick. So this is my go-to, my favorite. This one, let me see. I'm not sure what color this is. I think it's just the lightest brown shade that they have, or the second to lightest. So I'm just going to go in very lightly with little strokes, little hair-like strokes near the front of my brows. I want it to be lighter near the front because it looks more natural. And then I'm going to fill it in a little darker near the middle and the end. Just follow the shape of your brows. Because this is a no makeup look, I am not going very heavy with this. I normally would make my brows a little bit darker, but I want to look like I'm not wearing any makeup. I want it to be very natural. Okay, so now I'm going to use the other side of this brow pencil, a little spoolie here, and I'm just going to brush out my brows to evenly distribute this product and make it look even more natural. I don't want it to look like they're drawn in. I want it to look nice and soft. Okay, now I'm going to use NYX Brow Glue. What I like to do with this is pretty much take as much of the product off of this brush as I can, because I feel like this makes it look even more natural too. If you just pretty much get it all off of there as much as you can. I like to brush my brows straight up, And I'm not a fan personally of the fluffy brow look. I know some people just brush them straight up and leave it like that, but I like to brush them up, and then I take the top of my brows and just drag it down, just like that. So I do that on both sides. I don't even really need to re-dip this brush because I don't want a ton of product. Just enough. Perfect. So my brows are done. Now I'm going to do my lashes. So I always like to curl my lashes. I feel like this makes such a huge difference. If you have ever used one of those heated lash curlers, I feel like those do last a little bit longer. Those are amazing. Another option for lashes, if you want to look super natural, is getting them lifted and tinted. I am actually a huge fan of that. You kind of just wake up looking super cute. It's amazing how much of a difference it can make to just have curled lashes. But that's probably the most low maintenance thing you could do. Get them lifted and tinted, and then it lasts for like a month. But I like to curl them a couple times to make sure they stay really curled. They can look so much longer when they're curled. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to use e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara. I really like this wand and this formula. It's my favorite. It's very buildable too. But since we're going for a natural look, I'm just going to do a tiny bit of mascara. I don't want it to be clumpy. I really just want to coat both sides of my lashes. Just enough to give them a darker color and kind of make them pop a little bit without looking clumpy and spidery. If you're not used to using mascara on both sides of your lashes, get used to it because it really does make such a huge difference. I'm going to do my bottom lashes as well. Same deal with the bottom lashes. You only want a little bit, enough to just coat your lashes. But do both sides. And there we go. We've got the lashes done. If you want, you can do a little bit of contour, but honestly, I've been a fan of just using blush lately. I feel like that has enough definition for me. One last tip that I love to do is put some black eyeliner on my upper waterline. You can do this before the mascara if that's easier for you. But this just makes your lashes look a lot thicker. And it still looks very natural. Okay, final step. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is in the shade Rose Envy. I really like this because it's not like a thick lipstick. It's a nice, just feels like a gloss. I was always curious about lip oil. This is my first time using it. It just feels like gloss. Let's just call it lip gloss. I don't know why they call it lip oil. Does anyone know? But I feel like it just brings a little bit of color to my lips, but it still looks natural. So it's a very natural look. This is kind of like a running errands look or just kind of an everyday thing. You can bump it up in a couple different ways. You can put some highlighter on if you want, but I like how natural this looks. Sometimes I'll add a couple more layers of mascara if I'm feeling it, but this is my favorite everyday go-to no makeup look. If there's anything you'd do differently, let me know. If you've used any of these products and you like them, or if you have any others that you'd recommend, I'd love to hear in the comments. And if there are any other looks you'd like to see me do here, please let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be posting here every week. Have a great day. Bye.